Morning everybody, record collectors around the world. Beatle Dave again from Derby in the UK. Sunday morning, bit dull in Derby, I don't know what the weather's like where you are. Today I thought I'd show you one of my Beatles White albums. This one is actually a bit strange, to be honest with you. As you can see, standard early gatefold sleeve. It's what they call a top opener because the records go in and out of the top, not the sides. It's got the Beatles just there, well, just there, which is very hard to see, to be honest. And then it's a numbered copy. This is number 0539418. I don't know if you can see that there, can you? And that there is the Beatles. Look, it's very, very hard to see. And on the back, it does say stereo, just there. Now the thing is, this is a UK sleeve, so you've got like, flip back there, like I say, there you've got portraits of the Beatles there, and then you've got the song titles here, which it's a bit hard to see actually. So there, it actually says EMI Records, the Gramophone Co Limited, and then it says printed in Great Britain by Gerhold and Hofhausen International. So that is a British sleeve, isn't it? No, there's no getting away from that. It's a British sleeve. Right, the records, this is where it starts to get a little bit interesting, are, as you can see, on parlophone. One box parlophone. That's side one. That's side two. And even on the Vim, on the outer Vim here, let me show you. On this outer Vim here, it has got the Gramophone Co Limited, all rights reserved and everything, and it's got the one box EMI, and the number is PCS 7067. So that's the same as the UK copy, isn't it? And on side one it says YEX709, and in the dead wax it says YEX709/1. On side two, YEX710, and in the dead wax it's YEX710/1. But the thing is, when I bought this, I was actually told it was a UK export copy. After doing some research, I don't think it is. I think it's a Southeast Asian copy. Because the thing that gives it away is, if that was a UK export, this number here, this PCS there, I think if it was an export, it'd say PPCS. So I'm not 100% sure. And also, down here, it usually says where this EMI box is, it would say made in Great Britain. So, like I say, I'm not 100% sure. So I have actually took this to some dealers, and I've spoke to record collectors around the world, and some do say it is actually a UK export copy, but then others have said it's a Southeast Asian copy. Now I actually think, with the research I've done, that it's the latter. I think it is the Southeast Asian copy. I'll just show you the other disc. So that's side, make sure I've got that, side 3. And then this is side 4. So like I say, you know, sound quality and everything's brilliant on it. You know, it's and so, you know, it is sort of like on par. It is an original 1968 record pressing. You also get the goodies with it. Bingo. Paul McCartney, John Lennon, and George Harrison. So, and I think they're all original as well. I mean, this is exactly how I bought it. Came in white sleeves, not the black sleeves. Then you get the fold out poster, the lyrics. You know, it's lyrics one side, and and then it's a poster on the other. Now the thing that also gives it away on here is at the bottom of here, on here, that bit there, with copyrights of the songs and everything. Can you see it? There. It actually says copyright all songs, copyright 1968 for the whole world by Northern Songs Limited England, also copyright Apple Records. Then it says EMI Records, the Gramophone Co. Limited, Haynes, Middlesex, England. And then on here it says printed and made by in Great Britain by Garrard and Lofthausen International Limited. So that's British as well, isn't it? That's from the UK person. Now my question is, or my query is, if that's a Southeast Asian pressing, why has it got all the British things in it? Why wouldn't it say made in Hong Kong, or something like that, or made in Asia, or so it's a bit of a weird one, to say the least. It's lovely to have, don't get me wrong, it is lovely to have. Like I say, these, they're worth a few quid on their own. And the poster, I mean, you can get a reproduction poster, but I think on eBay they're going for about 30 or 40 quid. If you get them, you can actually get these as reproductions as well, although these are original ones, and the poster's original. And like I say, they get the sleeve and everything, the cover. It's marvellous. I mean, the spine and everything, it's in really good nick. So what's it worth? All important question. What would it be worth if I was going to sell it, which I'm not? Like I say, I do sometimes sell records to fund my collection. Now this one, I can't actually remember how much I paid for this. I know I've had it a few years. And like I say, I did buy it under the impression that it was a UK export pressing, but I didn't pay hundreds and hundreds for it. I don't know. I wouldn't like to say how much I paid because I can't actually remember. I know that it wasn't a lot because I'm a bit of a bargain hunter. So I always try and get things for a bargain. There again, that's everything. So that is lovely, isn't it? But how much is it worth? Stereo UK pressing, top loader, with a similar number, on eBay and Discogs would go for between 175 and 400 quid, depending on condition. And that is in pretty good condition. The records aren't mint, they have got a few marks on them. It plays okay without jumping or anything. So is this worth more or less? Well, I'd actually say in the case of this, it is worth slightly more because it's unusual, isn't it? Even if it's a Southeast Asian pressing, which I do think it is. I don't think it is a UK export copy at all. I think the bloke that I bought it off didn't really know much about his records because he'd got some silver and black 2-box EMI Beatles records. I can remember this. It was actually at a record fair. That's where I got that from. And he was trying to say that they was originals when we all know, that's early 70s, isn't it? Early to mid 70s. In fact, some of them might have even been 80s copies. So yeah, my feeling on that is if I was going to sell it, which I'm not, I'd say that's worth about between £400 and £500. Like I say, I'm not selling it. So don't message me saying, "Oh, can I have it? Are you selling it? I'll pay this and that." I just thought I'd share it with you to see what sort of Beatles. It's a bit of a minefield. I mean, I've got, I'd hate to think, must have getting on for 1,000 Beatles records. Beatles and solo must be 1,000. Now this, I've got loads of different pressings of this. I've got some on Apple, I've got mono apples, I've got stereo apples, I've got top loaders, side loaders. I've got a French white vinyl version. I've got an American version on Capitol. I've got an American version on Apple. I've got a Greek version. But once you start collecting Beatles things, if you got to be really, really serious and you want every pressing, you'll never get it, because there's about 5 or 6, or maybe up to 10 different UK versions of it. And then, like I say, you've got the American versions, you've got Indian versions, you've got Southeast Asian versions, German versions, French versions, and they're all slightly different. You know, there might be something just slightly different, even if it's on an Apple. You know, it could be slightly different typeface, or there could be spelling mistakes on it. That's quite a one to look out for. I think there's one where they've spelt Martha, my dear, different. That's a UK version, and that's worth quite a bit. Oh, and and there's one where they spelt Rocky Raccoon wrong as well. So they're the ones to look out for if you've got the dollar to get them, the money. But like I say, Beatles stuff, I've been collecting best part of 40 years, and although I've got lots and lots of records, especially Beatles stuff, I will never ever have a definitive Beatles collection. One, I can't afford it. you know, things are getting a bit silly at the minute. I mean, I was looking on eBay this morning, and there's somebody who they did have an export copy, and it was a proper export copy, and that was on the yellow and black parlophone label, and they wanted best part of £3,000 for that. I'm not saying it's not worth it, and if I'd got the money, I would probably buy it, but Beatles stuff is becoming very, very rare, especially if it's in good condition. You can get battered up copies of Hard Day's Night, things like that. Don't get them on for about £5, but don't put them on your expensive hi-fis, because you have to just knacker them, to be honest. I'm lucky I've got an old Gerard deck, so if I've got one that's a bit ropey, I will play it on that first to see what it sounds like, and if it's okay, I'll play it on my project deck, or I'll play it on my Technic system downstairs. Guys, you've got to be realistic. Like I say, that one, although I bought it thinking it was a UK export copy, I know I didn't pay silly money for it, so I'm happy to have that just for the curiosity of it. Other ones I have got, and I've got an Indian one somewhere, which I'll try and sort out for you, and that says something about Dum Dum label on it, Indian, printed by Indian Dum Dum label or something like that. But yeah, so I hope that's been informative. I'm trying to get these videos to be a little bit better, but because I'm doing it on my phone, 9 times out of 10 while I'm doing it, somebody will either message me or rings me up, so then I have to start all over again. So yeah, future videos, I'm not quite sure what we're going to do yet. I still want to do one on that John Lennon box set that I bought, got last week now, but I haven't actually listened to all the records yet, so I think it'd be a bit unfair to do a comparison till I've listened to it. Anyway, it's Sunday, Grand Prix today at 2 o'clock, so I'm going to be watching that, and I'll be cheering on for Lando Norris and George Russell. So whatever you're doing, have a nice weekend. If you're collecting records, good luck. If you're playing records, Sunday's always been music day in our house anyway, so just love them, cherish them. That's what they're there for, to be played. This, I still play this one. So that's what I buy them for. I buy them to play them. Eventually, this will probably be my retirement fund, all this. That's why, if I ever see anything, I'll buy it. I've got the money to buy it, I'll buy it. As long as it's not like stupid money, and I'll buy it. Anyway, folks, have a nice Sunday. If you're watching the Grand Prix, enjoy. And I'll see you all later. I will try and do another one, probably tomorrow or Tuesday. But have a nice weekend and stay safe.